buying low. It's a convenience versus the better option sort of deal.
You guys don't sell or trade your games to GameStop, right?
I don't.
Thank God.
No, I stopped doing that.
Yeah, I stopped doing that the first time I did it and realized I got no money.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that you guys don't.
Most of my games.
Yeah, that's smart. Smart. I think the last game I sold to them was Pokemon.
Which one?
It was the shitty one for the Wii, I think.
One of the parts?
No. It was
Battle
like
Revolution?
It was kind of like Coliseum, but not as good.
It was Battle Revolution.
Yeah, it's probably that one.
That's the one for the Wii.
It's a shitty fucking Coliseum ripoff.
It wants to be Coliseum, but it's not good.
It's nowhere near as good as Coliseum. Which is weird, because it's like, just take Coliseum, add Pokemon, and put it on the Wii. That's all you need to do.
But they can't.
They couldn't even do that.
They physically cannot.
It was literally like, hey, all the Pokemon are here. If you don't have the Pokemon game, you're fucked. And here's some rented Pokemon, but it's not all of them. So enjoy.
I miss the Pokemon RPGs.
Oh, you mean
XD, Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are the only two I know of.
What was the first one?
Those are the only two I know of. So when we get Espeon and Umbreon.
Yeah, but that's not the first one. XD Gale of Darkness is the name of the second game. We have both of them across myself and my brother.
Is it Coliseum?
It's not Coliseum.
I was thinking Mystery Dungeon.
No, that's a handheld one, isn't it?
Mystery Dungeon is also cool as shit.
Isn't that handheld?
Yeah.
We're talking about consoles here.
We are.
Just say fucking Knuckles is ripping some major diarrhea out of his ass right there.
That's because I have a fire shield on. You can actually burn the oil in this level now.
It's too much.
I pointed that out during the Sonic playthrough too.
Come on, old man. How the shit did he get outside? Who let him out?
Oh, the cat.
How did he get outside?
Could be because back door's still open.
Oh.
Are you sure it wasn't Coliseum?
It wasn't, because Coliseum was the one on the Nintendo 64.
Okay, so there's Coliseum 1, Coliseum 2.
Oh, you know, it was Coliseum. I'm thinking of Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, Stadium. It was Stadium 1, Stadium 2. Then Coliseum was on the GameCube?
And then, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Pokemon XD Darkness is the sequel.
And then after that was, what was the one after that?
Get me some tea.
Battle Revolution.
Yeah, that was the one that
Get you your ice water.
Seriously though,
I know.
real talk, despite all the weird ulterior motives that Pokemon villains had in like the main games, the dudes in Coliseum and Gale of Darkness were fucking horrifying.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, like, as a Pokemon game, or actually even a Coliseum game,
they were good RPGs.
Yeah, they were pretty good. It felt like a JRPG.
Yeah.
Like that level of, like, darkness.
But here's the thing, though, like, the most ridiculous thing is in Gale of Darkness, when you're going through, you're trying to stop the bad guys, and you find out the bad guys are everyone. You're the only one who isn't part of the villain's group.
Gale of Darkness is the one where they're shadow Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Shadow Pokemon is Coliseum and Gale of Darkness.
Okay. Well, and you have to purify them.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the Pokemon.
Well, you get them by catching them from your opponent. That thing that you can't do in any other game.
Yep. Well, they're shadows, remember? They're shadows. They're evil.
No, you have this contraption on your arm that lets you catch other trainers' Pokemon.
Oh. Well.
Whoever was able to pitch that idea was great.
Did you eat anything? Eat something.
But yeah,
it's pretty different from always being a kid and throwing a Pokeball. It's like, that Pokemon already belongs to somebody.
Yeah, because like Coliseum was great because it was the first game where you didn't. It was the only Pokemon game where you played as an adult, and it opens up with you busting out of a facility.
He looked like
with the Snag'em arm.
He looked like a teenager though to me.
He did look like a teenager, but it's still like the oldest they've ever looked.
Yeah, instead of like little kids.
And at the same time, he just busts out of that facility on his fucking motorcycle and dips out. That is a really cool way to start a video game.
Yeah, and you have an Espeon and Umbreon. Hey,
You get Espeon and Umbreon,
you get
two
a
of the
tank-
coolest evolutions.
You got a
that
tank
exist.
and a hard hitter, a specialty
on
hard
top
hitter.
of that, it was also the only way to get those two for
Back then.
yeah, for that era of Pokemon, because there was no way to get those, the legendary dogs reliably, some of the other stuff, but basically Colosseum and Gale of Darkness were ways to get it without releasing new Pokemon games.
Wasn't there like a problem with transferring your Gold and Silver and Crystal Pokemon into the Game Boy Advance era of Pokemon game? No, that's what I mean. Wasn't there a problem with that?
Yes, that was why those games existed. They let you get the Pokemon from those games that they couldn't get onto the cartridges.
Yeah. Battle Revolution didn't do anything. It was just a stupid game.
It was just a bad Coliseum/Stadium game.
So it wasn't even fun.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? It was cool seeing Pokemon in 3D, like the newer ones, like seeing that, what was it, like Water Steel Penguin? Whatever it's called. Like seeing that in 3D, that was cool. Seeing like a Gyarados in 3D.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, I mean, you see them in 3D in Stadium and Coliseum, but like slightly better graphics. Like that was cool and all, but they need to change the animations and, I don't know, make a better story mode for those Coliseum rip-off games.
Yeah. Like, that's part, like, Colosseum and Gale of Darkness literally raised the bar when it came to console Pokemon games.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Nintendo immediately lowered the bar the next time they tried it with Battle Revolution.
Is there any new one since then?
No?
Wow, that's lame.
Well, the next one will be on
Battle
Switch.
Revolution killed the Stadium series. And then Pokken Tournament happened.
I wonder why.
Because it was fucking bad?
It's almost like you should put effort into making a Stadium game. It's not just like a thing that you can half-ass and then people will buy it. Pokemon games in general.
This is the problem with, like, upping the ante and then forgetting that you upped the ante a good 5 years later.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Wait, the next Pokemon games are gonna be on the Switch?
There's
Oh,
the
there's
Sun, Ultra Sun and Moon.
Ultra Sun and Moon aren't on the Switch.
They're on
No,
the
no,
DS.
I'm saying those are the last Pokemon that will ever be on 3DS. There's no more Pokemon after that.
Really?
Oh, good.
Now they're like, I think they're just gonna be on the Switch now.
Well, yeah, the Switch is their console and their handheld.
Yeah.
They're knocking out both markets
But like,
in
I
one.
want to know how they would do it. If they're just gonna make the next one like upgrade of Sun and Moon, or actually make it like Gale of Darkness.
I hope it's something like Gale of Darkness, or hell, even the first one.
I don't think it's gonna be like.
Because
Probably,
Colosseum was nice. It was refreshing. It was new. It did something people didn't expect and everybody wanted to do.
it's either gonna be an upgrade of Ultra Sun and Moon, or it's gonna be a remade
You
version.
gotta watch out for that Necrozma,
God.
because Guzma apparently changed his name.
To what?
Necrozma.
Uh,
That's his name now.
okay, he named himself after a Pokemon? That's pretty freaking lame.
Yeah. He sounds like a Pokemon.
Guzma?
He acts like a Pokemon.
Guzma evolved into Rayquaza.
It's your boy Guzma.
I admit his personality was really good in the
I
entire
still have to
game.
beat Moon, but like every interaction I've had with his goons has been great.
Did you fight the leader of Team Plasma? Or not Plasma,
No,
Team
Skull.
Team no, not Team Skull, of the lab people.
Oh yeah,
You fought the leader?
Plasma.
Is it Plasma?
Yeah, Plasma's the one that is basically Pokemon PETA.
No, Plasma was in black and white, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm talking about in Moon.
He's talking about
Don't you mean X and Y?
No. The Team Rocket of Pokemon Moon and Sun. Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's Skull.
No, it's not.
No, he's talking
Yes.
about the other one.
Talking about the
Yeah.
Foundation.
You
The
know when you go
Foundation,
to
yeah.
that-
I don't know about that yet.
You haven't gotten to that part?
No.
When you fight her, that's a
Don't talk to me anymore.
No,
No,
it's
you
not
gotta
like,
fight her.
Amen.
You know in the beginning how you see those people in white running after.
that's
Pokemon?
that's the Team Rocket of that series.
Yes.
That's what
okay.
he's talking about.
Yeah.
Amen.
What?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Probably gonna be busy. Why?
There's a band over at in the afternoon. If you want to go listen.
Alright. If I'm free in the evening, I might. Anyway. But yeah, I haven't played much of Moon because I tried doing a Nuzlocke for that because I can't
Don't.
play Pokemon normal anymore.
Don't.
the
just,
routes.
Just have fun.
That's how I do have fun with Pokemon now.
No,
It's
not even
too
Nuzlocke.
stale without doing that.
You can you don't have to Nuzlocke Sun and Moon to have fun on it.
No, I can't have fun with Pokemon like playing it normally anymore.
Why? What's wrong?
Because I'm a broken human being who's put in literally
Do you
1,500 hours of Pokemon.
Do you just grind right off the bat?
What?
Do you just grind right off the bat to get
No.
like a bunch of XP? Well, what's the problem? I don't see the problem.
I find Pokemon boring.
Really? Or
Yeah.
you just get your starter, get a team of 6, and then just go plow right through everything that gets in the way.
That's not the problem. The problem is like it's lost me.
Huh.
Like I just kind of fell out of liking Pokemon like a couple years back.
No, I can kind of sort of feel it because I
started with like X and Y, and then after that I just couldn't get back into it.
Yeah, because I stopped after Black 2, and I thought I'd give.
I never did play Black 2, but I've heard it was good.
Story was alright. I don't see what people are like amazed about it. It was.
I'm amazed that it's the first story continuation.
Eh.
It's something that they should have been doing from the start.
It's not that amazing of a story, so eh.
Why not?
I stopped after 3rd gen, and then I came back to X and Y, and I was like, hey, this is pretty cool because I didn't play 4 or 5, so I was like, hey, this gen is pretty cool.
I was like, hey, this is 1, too easy, and B, I'm just not having fun. And also, the entirety of X and Y tries to gear you to play competitively.
Yeah.
Which isn't fun.
Sun and Moon doesn't. You just like I just liked exploring like the
That's
island.
Because like with Sun and Moon, they made the trainer AI way smarter.
Yep.
So that they actually can pose a threat.
Not that big of a threat, but like
More so than X and Y could.
they can at least knock out one of your Pokemon
That is true.
instead of not
Shit,
knocking
I
out.
didn't mean by that.
And you can fight.
I think they
fight
should.
red.
I would like it if they gave you the option to remove the Pokemon trainer, like the game telling you what the next Pokemon is going to be from the Pokemon trainer that you're fighting. Like let's say you knock out their, I don't know, Charizard, and then it's going to tell you, hey, he's going to throw out an Ivysaur. What's your response? I want that to be taken out. So that way the next Pokemon, you have no idea what it is, so you have to like plan ahead of time and try to
Just
figure out.
set it to the set mode for like switching, where like you have to actually take a turn to switch your Pokemon out. You don't get it between Pokemon.
I don't think...
That's the thing.
Did Sun and Moon have that?
It's in the settings.
Huh. I didn't think I'd expect it. 'Cause
Unless they took set mode out, which I don't expect them to.
I didn't expect there to be settings for Pokemon Sun and Moon other than
There's
volume.
been a setting since like the beginning.
Huh.
It's basically easy mode versus hard mode for the older games at least. Because having to take a turn to swap your Pokemon out
Mhm.
can get them fucking killed.
So remember, I seen
Just
a,
do-
Which
how-
makes it harder.
Weird the fucking stats were back in the OG Pokemon,
Yeah.
and how like half the moves didn't work.
I remember seeing a picture where what he was talking about, where it's like, oh, they're gonna send out a Bulbasaur. You want to switch your Pokemon, and if you do, it's like, wait a minute, how'd you know I was gonna switch?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue explaining a little bit.
You know what's even better is if like he's gonna send out his Bulbasaur, and you're like, all right, I got this. Go Charmander, and like all of a sudden a Squirtle comes out. You said it was a Bulbasaur, right? Bulbasaur. Like when you name it something else,
Yeah.
like that'd be pretty
you
funny.
see he's younger Darby reading his soul.
That's what
Yeah.
everybody used to do in fucking competitive. It would be like, the opponent's gonna throw out this.
And early gen competitive, because you can't tell.
4.
Well, no, in early gen competitive you can't tell because it like
No,
it
like
just
even in like fucking 4th generation, 5th generation, they did that shit.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, because it still worked.
Huh.
Because it just used the Pokemon's name instead of showing a silhouette or anything.
I think I stopped caring about competitive Pokemon after
I stopped caring about it after I tried to start it.
after 2nd gen. Well, it's hard. I'll admit that.
It's monotonous.
It's
You
hard.
literally have to do 70 hours of grinding, breeding, and other bullshit.
Perfect
Just
IVs,
for a chance.
perfect IVs, perfect EVs, perfect nature. Everything has to be
Yeah.
perfect.
And then on top of that, you have to fucking train them correctly and hope to God they got the right egg moves.
Well, that can be done. It just takes a long time to get the right
It's
egg
not
moves.
worth it.
Not really. I'd rather play a different game.
I'd rather play the video game than do that because that's busy work. I've done taxes easier than some of that shit.
Going in between like certain egg groups just to get the right move is fucking annoying. Like it took me like I think 6 or 8 hours just to get my Pidgeot to learn Heat Wave.
Shit.
And I had to go through generations too of Pokemon because you can't egg
Well,
moves
that's
don't
like
carry
with,
over.
If you want to have a competitive Shuckle, you literally have to import from 4th generation.
Shuckle is what Pokemon?
The Bug Rock with the highest defenses in the game,
Shuckle. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
but with like no health and also no attack. See, the problem with that is when you allow your players to import from older games, it makes things a rabbit hole of optimization.
Mm-hmm.
To where people are literally playing 7 different copies of a Pokemon game just to get their team right for the newest one.
Yeah. Like, you can't learn Heat Wave with the new age Pidgeots, like from Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
You can't. You have to breed it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver
Oh god.
and transfer it from there.
I will give them this. It does give Nintendo a way to keep the old Pokemon games expensive.
Fuck them, dude. I hate that bullshit. Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver, as amazing as they are, should not be $30 or $40
They're
still.
too expensive for like how old they are now, even.
Although, granted, in my opinion, they're my favorite Pokemon games by far.
Oh, did you see that Nintendo recently re-released Pokemon Gold and Silver on
Yes.
fucking store?
Yes.
And I'm just like, but why? You literally just released a better version of this in
Yes.
Gold and Soul Silver.
It's just, I don't
What the
know.
fuck, guys?
I don't mind, but hey, if you're going to do that,
They're milking it.
yeah, well, if they're going to do that, make sure that the next Pokemon game is fucking amazing.
Yeah, but like, oh, apparently in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, all the villains show up from all the games.
I know some of the trainers from the original games show up too.
And the
you kidding
new villainous team is Rainbow Team Rocket.
I thought it was just Rainbow Rocket.
Or Rainbow Rocket, I guess.
Either way, the name's dumb as shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, Giovanni's back. Hey.
Yeah, but like, he's also still a cocksucker.
Yeah. He also doesn't take care of his kid.
Yeah, Silver's good though.
Yeah.
Best
I mean,
protagonist.
He's in my favorite series of the game, so.
He's just one of the better protagonists that the games have had.
What about the red-haired dude? Who was he the son of?
The red-haired dude from Gold and Silver?
Yeah.
That's Silver. That's Giovanni's kid.
Okay, wait.
That's the one that fucking hates his
Oh,
guts.
yeah, that's right. That's the one who was like at the beginning. He's like, yeah, Pokemon are a
The
tool.
one that steals his fucking starter.
Yep.
He just runs in, grabs it, and dips the fuck out.
Yeah, for a
But
second.
he also stands there and watches you pick yours so he can go and steal the one that beats
one that's
shit
better.
out of it.
Yeah, I think for a second I was confusing him with Gold.
Yeah. I still like that is a good way in World to explain why the opponent has a starter that
Makes
beats
more
yours.
sense. Well,
It makes
I mean,
more sense than them picking theirs first.
I mean, Gary didn't pick his first.
No, he didn't. But it was also an arbitrary fuck you sort of thing with Gary.
Sun and Moon's a little bit better because there's 2 other people that pick the starters, right?
Yeah,
And
everybody gets a starter in the newer games.
So you fight someone who's weaker than
Yep,
you, and you
and
fight
one
someone
that's
who's stronger.
stronger.
Yeah, so that makes more sense than that one Pokeball that
That's
never gets
something that I
used.
also found weird about fucking X and Y.
What?
Is that they had all of your all of your friend rivals, they were all shittier at Pokemon than you.
Oh,
Even
I didn't play X and Y. I watched someone else play it,
they
but I don't remember it.
cannot beat you.
Huh.
They're
They're just
even-
incompetent.
They are incompetent as shit, is what they are.
They're not like Gary who gets a well-balanced
No.
team. Well, he doesn't get that well of a balanced team. Like,
Yeah, but it covers the weaknesses and strengths of that game because Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow are some fucking weird nonsense when it comes to how their balancing was. Beedrill was one
original.
of the best Pokemon in the game.
the original, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, Beedrill was one of the best Pokemon because it was one of literally 2 that got a bug-type move.
An actual. Was it Twin Needle?
Twin Needle's the only bug-type attack
Yeah.
in the original game.
And that fucking Rex Alakazam, I believe.
Because, Alakazam, anything else Psychic, Mewtwo,
There's no other weak attack that
there are
knocks
no
out.
other bug attacks.
And it's physical.
Yeah.
And Beedrill's fast.
and Beedrill is fast.
So that was the only. Well, that's only if you're fighting an Alakazam, which is like
Well,
90%
that's if you're
guaranteed.
fighting any psychic types.
That too.
Because then it just.
But there's only one psychic type. Maybe
No.
Mewtwo. Maybe Mewtwo.
No.
But Alakazam and Mewtwo.
Dugong.
Dugong isn't psychic.
Dugong's water psychic.
It's water.
It's water psychic.
It's water ice.
It's water psychic.
Let me look it up. I think it was just water in first gen, and then it became water ice.
No.
Let me find out. I didn't use a Dugong when I played
Dugong's water
Pokemon
psychic.
Red.
Check it.
I'll check it. I didn't use a Dugong when I played Pokemon Red.
Fact check that shit.
Got it. Doing it. Dugong. Also, that's weird fucking typing. Water psychic?
Yeah.
Okay, if Dugong is water psychic, which I haven't checked yet, why the fuck isn't Golduck water psychic? That shit's more psychic than Dugong.
It was either that. No, I'm thinking of Starmie.
Starmie is water psychic.
Double check Dugong for me so that
I
know
think
that
it's
I'm
just.
wrong.
I think it was just water in Gen 1.
Water ice.
I think it was
Or
water
straight
ice
water.
later on.
The only straight water Pokemon was like Magikarp and Goldeen.
No, Staryu. Staryu was pure water.
I mean, like, now, well, it's mostly the first forms. Now that I think about it, because the devs were like, "Hey, water kind of sucks on its own, unless you're Blastoise."
Dude, fucking Blastoise is a beast.
And then Mega Blastoise just comes in with its fucking cannons and shoots you.
It's canon.
Shut up.
As well, I mean, it has hand cannons
I will
too.
throw
It
this
literally
cat
has
at
hand
you.
cannons.
I will throw this cat at you.
Do it.
No, because he's comfy and then he's gonna be mad at me for the rest of the night. I'm too lazy to throw my cat.
Yeah, it's not showing anything for Dugong being water psychic.
Just like look up the Bulbapedia page.
That's what I'm doing, but it only shows the current statting and